Beer here, back in the Fantasy Bar, big 15-game MLB slate. We've narrowed it down to 6 of my favorite plays. In fact, we've narrowed it down to 3 of my favorite sets of teammates, including a guy that's cheaper on DraftKings than he is on FanDuel, a guy we're going to go back to the well on from yesterday, a starting pitcher who's too cheap in my opinion, and a beast of the night I expect an eruption spot out of. Who is it? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Friday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack back here once again in the Fantasy Bar with 6 of my favorite plays. And like I mentioned, we've narrowed it down to some sets of teammates, 3 teams I'm eyeing up today to make your stacks that much easier here on this big slate. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Now, housekeeping. First thing, that thumbs up button. You guys have been doing a great job with that. I appreciate it. Helps us out tremendously over on YouTube, so please take a second and do that. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and get the notifications for when these videos are out. Lastly, if you're looking to be a sports bettor, if you're already a sports bettor, whatever the case may be, tons of great information over at scoresandodds.com/beer. Click that link in the description. Go and check it out, guys. And there's subscriptions for everybody, yearly, monthly, weekly, whatever you want to do. Even if you want to just go try it out for a week and take a look at some of the information, but splits, analytics, betting odds across a bunch of different sports books. And if you want the easy job, premium picks from some of your favorite analysts in each and every sport. Go and check it out. scoresandodds.com/beer. All right, let's jump in here tonight. First thing, we got a game at Coors. You guys know the rules by now here in the Fantasy Bar. Not going to bog things down with players from Coors Field. Looks like a great spot, especially for the Oakland side tonight. But we're going to look outside of Coors Field, find some spots I really like. And let's do that first off with the Angels. I mentioned we're going to go back to the well on a guy, and that's outfielder Justin Upton. So did what we wanted him to do last night. Went yard for us, so got it done. So let's go right back to the well here on Upton. The price is still fair, still under $3,000 on FanDuel, and that's 3 home runs now over his last 7 games. And in fact, been doing most of his damage in the home run department at home this season. 9 of his 11 home runs have come in the friendly confines at home there for the Angels. This matchup also something I really want to take advantage of. We'll talk about that in a second. But Upton, the numbers don't jump off the page against righties, but a few do, especially hard contact, 44%, solid 230 ISO as well against the fastball. And Duggar's going to throw that on average about 30% of the time to righties. Mentioning Duggar, it's been a struggle against right-handed hitters. 361 WOBA allowed, a 254 ISO, and a 51% hard contact rate. Upton in another good spot. Let's hope he hits another home run for us to lead us off here in the Friday Six-Pack. All right, we're talking teammates. Let's stay there with the Angels. A little mini stack here at first base with Jared Walsh. Now, Walsh been fantastic this season, but really been good over the last 10 games. 4 home runs over that stretch against righties. Very solid numbers over the last couple seasons. ISO over 350. WOBA at 429. A very good fastball hitter as well. 390 WOBA and a 338 ISO against that pitch. And Duggar going to use that around 41% of the time against left-handed hitters. And we talked about Duggar's struggles against righties. Guess what? Even worse against lefties. A massive 502 WOBA allowed. ISO right at 400, so giving up a ton of power. And that mix we want, 52% fly ball rate, 41% hard contact rate. Jared Walsh, Justin Upton, and the Angels in a fantastic spot here tonight against Mr. Duggar. All right, moving on to our next team. We're going to go to Cincinnati. We're going to go to the infield here at third base or shortstop, EUGENIO SUAREZ. So SUAREZ has been kind of quiet lately. That's going to help. Again, we talk about the people that only look at the box scores, the recent production, the what have you done for me lately? It reminds me of Josh Donaldson yesterday, who we know had a massive game for us. SUAREZ kind of fits that same bill where nobody's going to want to play him, but he's in a good spot here. So let's dig into some of the numbers here. 227 ISO against lefties over the last couple seasons, and a very good fastball hitter as well. 277 ISO against that pitch, and we know Kim going to throw plenty of fastballs here. That is his primary pitch to right-handed hitters. So the prices have come way down on SUAREZ. We're talking only $3,700 on DraftKings, and you fill a tough shortstop position. FanDuel, $3,200, more than fair there as well. So Kim, been all right against righties, but I'm feeling it here in this matchup. I think SUAREZ has a big game, snaps out of his funk, and easily pays off these numbers here tonight. All right, let's stay with the Reds. We promised you teammates. we're going to go to the outfield here with Nick Castellanos. Now, this one kind of shocking. When you see a guy like this cheaper over on DraftKings than he is over on FanDuel, definitely eye-opening. So let's take advantage of this $3,900 price tag on a guy like Nick Castellanos. So let's take a look at some of the numbers here for Castellanos. This guy been a monster against left-handed pitching this season. 353 ISO, a WOBA approaching 500, and the number that really jumped off the page to me, a 70% hard contact rate so far this season, and Kim will kind of oblige in that department, allowing a 43% hard contact rate to right-handed hitters. Castellanos also a very productive hitter against that fastball like we talked about. You'll see plenty of those from Kim. 432 WOBA against that pitch, along with a big 365 ISO. Nick Castellanos in a fantastic spot and way too cheap over on DraftKings. Should probably be $4,900 and I pay that price. Definitely locking him in my lineups at just $3,900. All right, let's move to our next team. We're going to go all the way out to San Diego on the left coast and go with starting pitcher Blake Snell against the Mets. So like we said in the open, a ton of games on the docket, a ton of starting pitchers that you can go with. A lot of guys on the high end, some of the studs. That Scherzer-Wheeler matchup should be fantastic. You got Urias pitching as well. Ton of other guys that you can pay up for. If you can't find your way up there, then this is a guy I think you want to target here at these prices. Under 8K on FanDuel, just a tick over 9K on DraftKings tonight. And you look at some of the splits for Blake Snell, this guy has been absolutely money in the bank here at home this season. Has held opposing batters to just a 186 batting average. He's averaging 8 strikeouts per start at home and averaging over 22 DraftKings points per game. So in this home start against the Mets, who nothing really stands out with the Mets, but they're not great against lefties either. No matter what category I dug into, they're middle of the road against left-handed pitching. So not a lot of pop against lefties, not a lot of production. Strikeouts have been there as well. Blake Snell been so good at home here. To me, the price is too cheap here. The matchup ideal. So Blake Snell, easily my favorite combination of matchup and price here at the starting pitcher position. Lock him in those lineups on both DraftKings and FanDuel. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Friday night. But before we do that, we want to continue our Beast of the Night contest. How do you play? Well, easy. Get in the comment section right below the video and guess fantasy points for my highest scoring hitter. Just need the number on DraftKings tonight. The closest guess will win themselves either a free 3-day pass to RotoGrinders Premium, gives you a chance to check out Plate IQ, which we talk about all the time with the different pitches, Lineup HQ, projections, ownership projections, and much, much more. If you're already a loyal subscriber, hey, we'll send you a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. Let's wrap this baby up. Let's finish strong this week with my favorite play for Friday night. You know, Maz, the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're going to stay with our teammate edition here. I think you know where we're going here. We're spending up at shortstop with Fernando Tatis Jr., tonight's Beast of the Night. Now, it's very rare that I give you the most expensive player at a position. I try to save you guys some money, but I think we've done that in other spots, especially with a guy like Nick Castellanos on DraftKings. This is the guy I want to spend some money on. Let's take a look at some of the numbers here. Of late, 4 home runs for him over the last 6 games. So we know he's locked in the power department. Numbers against left-handers, checks that box as well. 286 ISO against lefties, big 62.5% hard contact rate against lefties as well. And its former teammate, Joey Lucchesi, who has struggled with righties. 355 WOBA allowed, but more importantly, that mix we're looking for, that power blend, as we like to call it. 44% fly ball rate, 39% hard contact rate. So don't be afraid to pay that number here. Fernando Tatis, easily my favorite play on the board in tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that wraps up for Friday night in the Fantasy Bar talking MLB. Hope you guys enjoyed our Friday teammate edition, getting those stacks started for you guys with Cincinnati, San Diego, and the Angels being teams I want to target here tonight. If you guys have any comments, questions, feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points for my highest scoring hitter on DraftKings for a shot at some RotoGrinders Premium. And guys, do me a favor, do yourself a favor. Go and check out scoresandodds.com/beer. Again, that link right in the description of the video. Click that, go check it out, go get signed up for a subscription. And let me know what you think in the comment section. If you go check it out, let me know your thoughts over there at scoresandodds.com/beer. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Good luck tonight Have a great weekend. Thank you for hanging out here in the Fantasy Bar and checking out the video, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist.